Enjoying time with my wife. That's the first issue. You're enjoying time with your wife. That's not how it works. That's actually exactly how it's supposed to work. You're marrying someone to spend the rest of your life with them. You should probably be doing it with someone you enjoy spending time with. Special thank you to my YouTube members and patrons for supporting the channel and supporting my content. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another subreddit video. Today we are once again returning to r/AreTheStraightsOK. They never are they? It doesn't change. One day, perhaps. One day. Let's take a look, shall we? My car has twin airbags. The wife and the mother-in-law. So like, why are you married to your wife? And also, why are you driving both her and her mother-in-law around? Does her mother-in-law not have any other methods of transportation that you are the one that has to transport her everywhere? I have questions, and all of them result in the question, why are you married to this woman? You're clearly not enjoying it, so why? Why are you married to her? When you ask your wife for the PIN code of her phone, and she says, it's my birthday. Alright then, keep your secrets. So like, Leo's birthday is the 13th of August. It's not hard to remember the birthday of your partner or spouse. I'm not even married to Leo. We're not even married yet, and I know his birthday. It's not difficult. It's not a hard thing to remember. It's a date. Dates aren't hard to remember. Also, there's so many ways of verifying if you didn't know. Check her Facebook. Every old person has Facebook. This was clearly made by an old person, but it's made by an old person who uses Instagram. So like, they clearly know how to use technology to at least a small extent. Check their Facebook. This one's just gross. I think OP said it was a birthday card, but that's just a child dressed up as like a Victorian era sex worker. Why? And then what, is the boy meant to be like a customer? I don't understand why anybody would even think to make this card, let alone go through with actually making it. That's a bit fucked, isn't it? That's a little bit fucked up. It's just a tiny little bit fucked up. Just a smidge fucked. This next one, I'm gonna put a little trigger warning here and say that if you want to close your eyes until I say the words, why the fuck would anybody buy this? Go ahead and close your eyes. Close your eyes right now, because this is a little bit gross. So close your eyes. You've had plenty of warning. Close your eyes. Yeah. If you want to close your eyes, this has subjects of death, and I don't want to say much more than that. So just are your eyes closed? I'll give you a couple more seconds. Close your eyes until you hear the words, why the fuck would anybody want that? Right, so here's the post. I don't know what's going on here. Well, I do know what's going on here. It's pretty gross. That's horrific. Why the fuck would anybody want that? Honestly, you can open your eyes now, it's gone. But why the fuck would anybody want that? So like, it was a groom and a bride, and the groom had a noose around his neck, essentially. I think he was actually being hung. Why the fuck would anybody want that? That's what the fuck. Don't get married. If this is your view of marriage, don't get fucking married. What the fuck? Last night, sitting on the couch with my husband, I said, I love you. He asked, is that you or the wine talking? I said, it's me talking to the wine. Do you get it? Because the joke is that they don't love their husband. Isn't this kind of humor so funny? The humor of a life partner that doesn't want to be with their life partner? Isn't that just hilarious? Don't get fucking married. Like, it's a really simple concept. I understand that there was basically an entire generation of like maximum peer pressure to get married and start a family by the age of 30, but you don't fucking have to get married. You can wait until you find someone you actually want to spend your life with. You don't have to get married. Like, fuck society and anything it says about being married. That's not important, and you don't need to be married. That's a societal norm forced upon you by people from hundreds of years ago. Society has moved on and it doesn't fucking matter. Don't get married. And if you are married and you're unhappy with your marriage, fucking do something about it. It's not hard. It's not a hard concept. My boyfriend doesn't realize that every day is a new audition for the role of my boyfriend, and today he didn't land the part. This one screams multiple layers of entitlement to me, and but one of the biggest thing that stands out to me about this is that she says my boyfriend boyfriend didn't realize, which to me implies a substantial lack in communication, right? Like, obviously, one of the things being implied here is that if you're in a bad relationship that you're not enjoying, you don't have to be, like, remain in it, which is a totally valid point and is an important point to make. You don't have to be in a relationship if you're unhappy with that relationship, right? However, the way this is worded leads me to believe that this is a not talking to your partner. If your boyfriend doesn't realize that anything's wrong, it's because you haven't communicated that anything's wrong. This goes both ways. Don't sit on a relationship and bottle up all your negative feelings until you just have to end the relationship. You can talk it through with your partner and discuss the things you're unhappy with before it gets to that point. And then if nothing changes, then like, by all means, get rid of that relationship. It's not gonna work out if you can't talk these things through, but you have to be able to talk these things through, right? And also, the way she says audition implies that he is constantly vying for her approval, right? An audition implies that you are trying to get someone to accept you, but they don't have to vie for your acceptance in return. Like, if he's constantly auditioning to her for the role of a boyfriend, what's she doing for him? What audition is she giving him? Is she giving him anything in return, or is she the prize? Like, it's a two-way street in every single regard here. In communication, in that, it's all a two-way street, and it always has to be. Relationships are between two people. They aren't just one person in charge of the other person. It is a discussion between two people. It is a connection that goes both ways. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. Want to know what it's like being married? Chain yourself to a bear, then kick the bear. Do you get it? Because the joke is that he hates his wife. Isn't that funny? Isn't that the most hilarious thing, that someone hates their life partner? Oh, it's A+ comedy. This is the top tier, right? There are tiers of comedy, and these I hate my wife jokes, they're in the S tier. They're so hilarious. Isn't that so funny and relatable? Hating the person that you spend your life with? Isn't that so hilarious? My daughter Paisley and future son-in-law Chadwick's engagement pictures turned out precious. The way the photographer emphasized that Paisley is a catch warmed our hearts. Right, so obviously the obvious things to point out here is the fact that it's like he's hunted and killed his wife, and that it's like, oh, he had to hunt her and catch her to get her to date him or whatever, which is a bit weird. But there's a lot of jokes on the internet about the way white people name their kids, and I just gotta talk about Paisley, spelled P-A-I-S-L-E-I-G-H, right? Just the following the most white person stereotype of adding GH to every name when it doesn't need to be there. Like, I know Paisley is an actual name as well, but come on, it sounds like a herb you're gonna put in your food. It sounds like something going in my salad, you know? That's parsley. But also, was he then called Chadwick or Shadwick? Because there's a T there, and the T is capitalized, which makes me think it's Chadwick, but it's T-S-H Chadwick. Paisley and Chadwick, spelt in the most ridiculous ways. Give your kids normal names. You don't need to be original, okay? There are normal ways of naming your child, and the spellings are fine. If you're gonna name your child something, a name that already exists, the normal spelling is fine. It's not unique to add letters that don't need to be there. Equally, you could name your child something new, but still spell it how it sounds. Like, if you're naming someone Riley, you don't need to spell it R-E-I-G-H L-E-I-G-H, you know? It can be spelled R-I-L-E-Y. The key to a successful relationship is one where both people take turns driving. I drive wherever we go, and she drives me crazy from the passenger seat while I do it. You get the joke? It's that he hates his wife. Ah! The key to a healthy relationship is communication. It's being with someone who you can converse with and who you enjoy conversing with. It's being with someone whose personality complements yours. If you are the driver, then perhaps they help with navigation, or perhaps they assist in other ways. If you are not the driver, perhaps it is someone who drives and you assist them. But you need to communicate. And if your partner annoys you or does things that are distracting while you are driving, as the driver, it is your responsibility to make it known that it is causing issues while you are driving. If they do not then respect the fact that this is causing issues when you are driving, then it is not a healthy or successful relationship, it's a failing one. And this is extraordinarily important to any relationship. Communication and talking to your partner is not hard. It's so easy. It's so easy to openly discuss things with your partner in a judgment-free zone where you don't judge them and they don't judge you, okay? And if you are judging your partner, then you are doing it wrong. Girls are really just like cats. Like, you know the way your cat will come disturb your peace and knock some of your shit on the floor? Yeah, well, girls will see you laying on the couch watching TV and jump on top of you, put their hair in your face and ask you what you're doing. So like, you're saying that having a girlfriend is having someone who is interested in you and wants to be cute and flirty with you, and you're saying it like that's a problem? Have you considered maybe the issue is that you're dating women, right? If you have a problem with your girl jumping on top of you, putting her hair in your face, being all cute and flirty, because that is clearly your issue, is that you're dating people who flirt in ways that you don't enjoy. So maybe don't. That's not her problem. And if you have issues with the way she acts, talk to her about it. And then if you find out that you're not compatible because of the way she acts, because of her personality, don't date her. Acting like girls are just a problem in every relationship when you're just here not talking to them about your issues, not conversing with them, and remaining in relationships where they do this, you're the fucking problem here, sir. It's you. If you don't like girls flirting with you, don't date them. Plain and simple. Whoa. And the final post. If you want to be my man, you're getting an ankle monitor. Now, there's multiple ways that you could interpret this. One of them, the less obvious way, is that if you date her, she's going to be getting you into crimes. Like, she's going to be holding up banks, she's going to be robbing people, and she's going to be dealing drugs. Now, I don't think that's the way she intended it. I think the way she intended it is that she's telling you she's going to be extremely controlling and overbearing. And like, both of those are a red flag. But yeah, I mean, if she's straight up telling you before you even date her that if you date her, she's going to control your life and stalk you, maybe don't get into that. Maybe just avoid that. That's not a good sign for a relationship. And if you're the girl that posted this and you're planning on stalking your boyfriends and being overbearing and controlling, don't. And that's where I'm going to end the video, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed. If you would like to support me in making more content like this, then I have a Patreon in the description down below, or equally you can click on that join button on the channel to support me. It helps a lot more than you might realize, but by no means should you feel like you have to. I'm going to keep making content regardless. Special thank you to all of the incredible, wonderful, amazing people that do support the channel. I say this a lot, but genuinely it helps so much. So thank you, genuinely. We're maybe looking into creating merch. There's nothing cemented yet, but it is in the air. I think I've talked about this ages ago and then nothing happened, but once again, we're looking into maybe making merch, so I'll keep you posted on that. But I want you guys to be able to get something back, so I think merch is a good way to do that. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.